Burgess and having, let me just click that up. I was having dinner with Jimmy Burgess and Vince Lacey. And one of the things we talked about was how we all wait in life for things to get easier. You ever notice that? Wait for things to get easier. You know, Deanne, I'm waiting for my first 100 days, or I'm waiting for this, and I'm waiting for that. Think in your own life, if you waited for something to get easier. Oh, I just got to get through this and then it'll be easy. Oh, I just got to get through this until interest rates come down and then it'll be easy. Oh, I just got to get through this month and then the market's going to get easier. Oh, I just got to get to the spring market and it's going to get easier. It's what we do. We wait for stuff to get easier. Here's the deal, team. It'll never get easier. What happens is you handle hard better. That's what happens. Most people think life's going to get easier. You know, the market's going to get easier, business is going to get easier. It never gets easier. Just remember what happens is we get better at handling hard stuff. Okay. So make yourself the person that handles hard stuff well, not someone that's waiting for the easy. Because if you have a meaningful pursuit in life, it'll never be easy. You're trying to get to that next level of production. You're trying to grow your team. Ask your mentors. Ask Deanne. Was it easy for her? You know, think about anybody that accomplishes anything. Was it easy? No, it's not easy, right? Any meaningful pursuit in life, if you want it to be successful at it, goes to the people that handle hard well. Those are the people that get the stuff they want. People that wait around for easy, you probably see them at the easy bus stop, right? They're waiting for the easy bus. The easy bus never comes around. You got to handle hard well, okay? So don't get discouraged if it's hard. Don't get discouraged. It's supposed to be. And don't wait for easy. Make yourself that person who handles hard well. And then whatever comes your way, you're going to be great. You're going to be great. If you can handle hard well, I promise you, you will be great. Because think of it this way, team. It's the hard that makes us great, right? It's the hard that makes you great. It's the willingness to do the hard that makes you great. It's the willingness to do the hard that separates us, you, all of you, from the competition. Because really, if you think about it, most people are waiting for the easy and it never really comes. So that, Deanne, that's kind of like the life lesson that I wanted to share with the team this morning. And now we can leave it open to questions if you'd like.
You know, I want to say thank you. And again, for our over 206 associates and brokers and forever agents that are on, those are exactly on a words to live by. And Gino, it's also exactly why we are so proud you have been named the #1 most influential person in our industry by Swanepoel. And this, everyone, is one of the many reasons why. And it does remind me of the butterfly effect. And I think your talk is spot on, and it is real talk, and it is sometimes the tough love, and it is not easy, and we need to not be waiting on the sidelines but be all in. Gino, I know your time is precious, but if anyone had a quick question or thought, feel free to chat in, and then we want to always be respectful of Gino's invaluable time, and it's now 6:13 a.m. where Gino's coming to us from. So we appreciate you more than you know.
Well, you know what? I actually appreciate you inviting me on the call, because in many ways I feel that this is my highest and best use, right? And you know, and as we come together, as stronger together, as one big home services team, you know, I think that's just important. So I'm happy to be here.
Gino, thank you so very much for being here. It is an absolute honor to have you and for you to share your words of wisdom. You have said that this is a worker's market and to not be afraid of hard work. If you could share your top 3 things that our agents could be doing now to not be afraid of hard work, to show their value, and to be moving forward, we would love to hear that from you.
Sure. And I wasn't on when Jimmy was talking, but it's probably some of the similar things. Here's what I said when Jimmy said, what's working for agents? And I made that kind of like off the cuff remark. You know, what's working when they work. Okay. Emerson said, do the thing, have the power. Do not the thing, have not the power. Okay. So some people are Andy C., the #1 agent in all of home services. Okay. You know, 11-person team, 24 million GCI. Okay, that's a big number, right? Andy C is an Intero guy, and you know what he does? He holds an open house, like 3 of them every weekend day. So that works for him. Other people, Dominic Nicoli might call his center of influence on a regular basis. I would say, what do you like to do that you're really comfortable with doing, that you love doing, that has to do with real estate, that generates business? And those would be the 3 things that I would do. Okay. Just always remembering it's a relationship business. If you ask me, here's what Gino would do. Gino would take 3 people from my center of influence every week out to coffee. Okay. Not out to lunch because I'm too cheap. Not out to dinner because I'm too cheap, but I'd take them out to coffee, and I'd schedule 3 in a row, 30 minutes each. And during those first 30 minutes, I'd ask them the 18 connecting questions that Deanne would say. So what do you do? How'd you get started? Where are you originally from? What's your current family situation? What family situation growing up? Were you active in school? Give me that memory stands out. Who from your childhood the biggest impact on you? What did that person teach you? Look at your rifle rotoscope. There'll be highs, there'll be lows. Give me one of the highs. What's that tell you about yourself? Give me one of the lows. What got you through? Those 18 connecting questions. But, slowly, it takes about a half an hour to get through them. I did it with Brad Pat, my new accountability partner, Deanne, this morning from 5:30 to 6, just before our call. But I would do that because that worked great for me. After they were done, the law of reciprocity made them want to ask those same questions to me. And they appreciated just having coffee with someone that I wasn't telling them anything about real estate, anything about where, how great the market was, anything like that. Now, if they asked me, I was equipped to talk about that, but it was a half-hour meeting. Now, the law of reciprocity had them wanting to do the same thing to me, but guess what? I had another appointment coming in 30 minutes and another one coming in 30 minutes. So I got another call with them. But Carolyn, what happened was their brain was now in their RAS, in the reticular activating system part of their brain. Anytime somebody in their office or neighborhood mentioned real estate, they were thinking of me. So that, look at, just find out what you like to do and do it with a very positive and upbeat attitude. Yeah, there's a real estate recession going on, but you're choosing not to participate. Okay. So that's what I say, Carolyn. Hopefully that's okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can say, look at buy lunch and not leads, right? Give a man a lead, give a woman a lead. You feed them for a day, teach them how to fish. You feed them for a lifetime. I would say just do that. Continue, work on your mindset. Your mindset's got to be up, so have your routine. There's so many things. And some of us are good at open houses. I was not good at cold calling, but some people were. So then go ahead and cold call, right? Some people are great at knocking doors. Some people, whatever you're good at, figure out what you're good at, right? And then just do that, right? That's what Gwen Goodman would say. She would say, find out what you're good at. I mean, her name got named after that. She was good at it. All righty. Any case, any other questions?
Thank you, Gino. Tom, do you have anything for Gino?
Yeah, thank you so much, Gino. This has been awesome. And I know you like to talk about the meds too. So why don't you wrap us up, tell everybody about the meds and how that works for you and how it has in your career.
Super. Meds are something called a keystone habit, and keystone habits create small wins. Okay. Now the meds is an acronym for meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. Those keystone habits that create small wins. So if I have some time to meditate, to just get centered, it can be whatever whatever God you pray to. I know we all have different religions and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter, but some form of meditation, some sort of connecting, spiritual connection. That's what the meditation piece is about, where you could potentially give some gratitude and things like that also during that meditation piece. That's the first piece. Exercise is the second piece. Exercise is important because you've got to take care of yourself. It's kind of like the old, when you're on the airplane, you put on your mask first before you help somebody else put on a mask. And exercise helps you, feel good. It releases great feel good hormones, endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, things that make you actually feel good. Right. So exercise, then diet, you kind of watch your diet. There was a great book out on how not to die. I think Deanne might have already listened to it because we shared it. Martha Mosier, on our CEO calls, the last thing we end with all of our CEOs in our think tank, our idea exchanges. What is the one thing I'm doing to improve so I'm better this week than last week? Everybody declares that. And I can tell you, Deanne, you can just look at our group. They are more healthy now than they were about 3 years ago when I started doing these calls. Ray Mesa is down like 80 pounds, right? But in any case, that piece of that continuous improvement. So diet. Getting back to that. So Martha Mosier, the great CEO in Southern California, on one of the calls she said, and the thing I'm doing to improve so I'm better this week than last week is reading the book, How Not to Die. Now, I was in between books. I was ready for a brand new book. So that Monday afternoon, I called her up, Martha, tell me about this book, How Not to Die. And it was all on a plant-based diet. And she said, my brother is an anesthesiologist in San Diego. Healthy guy, works out. He's on his Peloton. He watches his diet. And he had chest pains, went in and they put 3 stents in. And so it kind of like saved his life. And the doctor gave him this book, said, hey, you don't want to die, read that book. So I got the book and read the book. Now the book's all on a plant-based diet. And I think for about 3 weeks, I went plant-based. I found out that I just can't really, I miss it too much. I miss eating some meat and different things, but probably at least 3 or 4 days per week. Now I'm plant-based, which was good for me because I was the biggest carnivore that ever lived, right? Now, do I still eat meat? Yeah. Okay. But I know the diet piece is great. I went instead of, oatmeal and walnuts and things like that for breakfast. Just different, like last night we had, Joni made, cauliflower tacos, and those types of things. So there are some good foods out there on that. And I don't think really anything has to be in super duper extreme. But if you wanted to be super duper duper healthy, it seems like it's, this everything's okay in moderation is really not the answer. But diet's important. So watch your diet. Okay, watch your diet. You can't out cardio the fork. Just remember that one too. But then mixtures of calories and when to eat. You don't want to spike your glucose level. I got a new book I'm listening to on glucose, and that can, it almost doesn't matter the number of calories if you're eating them in the right order. So there's, pay attention to your diet. And the last one's sleep. And I really have used to think sleeping was for wimps and I don't need that much sleep early in my career. And then I studied sleep a bit and I see how healthy sleep is and probably the damage I was doing to myself when I was younger and not sleeping. So those are the keystone habits: meditation, exercise, diet, sleep. Kind of called meds, keystone habits that create small wins. Now, small wins are an interesting thing because once you do a small win, forces are set in motion that favor another small win and another small win. And pretty soon you can take on big things because of that. So that's your med speech.
All right,
you,
Gino,
Gino.
thank you so much. That's been awesome information today. We appreciate you being on here. Anybody, quick question, Deanne, before we wrap it up?
Well, I think we should just be respectful of Gino's time and thank you to everyone. Gino Blefari, you are the best. You are the GOAT. You are so great. We can't wait to see you at convention. Thank you for all you do. And you had many comments in the chat box, especially they really enjoy your Thursday motivations. And thank you for your lessons on leadership that we read them, we talk about them. And so keep them coming. And we're just so proud to be under your leadership.
Well, hey, I'm more than happy to do this anytime. I have a saying: don't go to the ocean with a teaspoon. Okay, so have me on anytime. It's so great to see you guys. I'm going to click through the slides so everybody starts smiling because you can't feel bad when you're smiling. So hopefully your cameras are on your smile. I'm gonna click through and see all you nice people right now. So there's 11 rows here. So there's one. We're waving, grinning is winning. Come on, Gwen, wave to me. There she goes. All righty. All right. Now I'm going to the next group here. We're seeing everybody there. There's Kiki. There's Jennifer. Right. Okay. Saying that. There's James with a big smile. All right, McFarland, you're looking good. And there's Wendy Allen. I just sent a great thing to Johnny, Wendy, and that you might want to have him send to me. There was a great article that came out that I sent over to Johnny. So ask him to send that to you. You'll really like it.
Morning.
All righty. And there's my pal Todd Tucker. Okay. Seeing going through, just looking at everybody right now. All right. There's Kathy. All righty, going right along. Some people that probably have bed heads, so they don't have their cameras on, but that's okay. You know. All righty, let's see. I got six more rows. I guess everybody else is off camera, which is fine, which is no biggie. You don't have to be on camera, but I was just trying to see some smiling faces. Gonna go back to that first group that everybody's on. There's Blake, right? There's Robert Allen, Bill Murray's there. Yep. All right, and there's Mary, Kelly. I see lots of you. Lisa. All right, team. Winner, chicken dinner. We'll see you later, Tom. Thanks, Deanne. Thanks.
Thank you so
Carolyn.
much, Gino.
Thank you
Great
so
having
much,
me.
Gino. It was an honor and a privilege and a pleasure.
All right.
We adore you.
And we'll
All right,
wrap it up
see.
in, thank you, Gino. We'll wrap it up in our usual manner. Today's quote was from ex-NFL head coach Jimmy Johnson, and he says, "The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra." So let's do the hard work, put in the time, and this too shall pass. And thank you so much, Gino. Wonderful
Yeah,
Wednesday huddle. We
Hey,
appreciate
Tom,
it.
one more thing. Deanne, you probably get the, how Ninja teaches the Ford, right? Well, my 18 question is Ninja on steroids, right? So you can maybe flip out the 18 questions to everybody. They're just those connecting questions, very much like the Ford, like the Ninja piece, but it's on steroids. Sounds good, team. Well, I'm gonna click off then, so I stop interrupting Tom and Deanne and Carolyn and say hasta la vista, baby. See you guys in Vegas.
See you in Vegas.
Thanks, Gino. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's go out and get it.
There you go. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great
Onward and
one. Thank
upward.
you all for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to have a little more
Thank you.
conversation about Gino and all of the wonderful things that he shared with us today.
Because
Have
these
a great
happen
one, everyone.
every day, everyone. So I want to see you all on in the Northern Crescent and the Southern Crescent. So see what all's been happening. If you haven't been a part, thanks for jumping on today.
Thank
Talk
you.
to you later.
Have a
Thank
great
you
one.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.